Hey there folks, I'm MysteriousJG and welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect Andromeda. I've actually been away from the game for several weeks now because of, well, it's got so far ahead. So yeah, I got like about 3 weeks worth of time since the last time I recorded here. Excuse me. So for the 20 people who are watching this, assuming no one's watching every video twice, yeah, I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a chance to catch up, and I stepped away and recorded some other stuff like Red Dead Redemption. But yeah, we're ready to pick things back up here. I can probably get in a couple of videos tonight. So we've done a lot of collecting of time-based rewards because it's been so long since I've recorded, but I still will sometimes, when I'm home, just kind of cycle through collecting rewards and stuff. We're very close to leveling up, and I think the next time we level, we will be able to finish off offensive tech by getting technical rounds, which it's only 5 seconds that this bonus lasts, but it gives us plus 30% to our shots damage after using a technical power, which for us would be when we summon a fresh assault turret or remnant observer, since those are the only. Oh, I guess also when we use cloaking, we'll get like a plus 30% damage. Cloaking is the one that will actually come up the most frequently, I suppose. The alternative is Elemental Tech, which gives you it's a debuff of 35% for enemies, but that works in conjunction with powers like Overload and Invasion that I'm not really using. More interesting question is, what do we do with our points after this? We could pour them into tech tree points we're not planning to actually use. And that is going to give us increased team shields, increased shield regeneration speed for squad mates, and power restoration defense. Basically, we would be boosting everyone's shields and shields recovery. And also we'd be increasing tech power damage, although that's only for us. And I'm not using stuff that does raw damage. And auxiliary systems, we'd be increasing I guess we'd be increasing tech construct damage and health as we go. Or we could start pouring points into combat skills that I'm not planning to use to continually, slowly but surely build up because it's like it takes several points to get a 1% increase in these, but I would be increasing the damage with the various weapons, and accuracy with the weapons, and stability with weapons. The other thing that we could do is actually open up the biotic tree, and while I put no points into it and was strictly playing from the perspective that Jack Ryder is not a biotic, there is a passive biotic skill tree that could be kind of fun. You can see, even though it's considered biotic, passive, it's called barrier, which in previous games was you use biotic powers to make a biotic type of barrier as opposed to a technical shielding. This game doesn't seem to have those as two different things, except possibly on enemies. So if we start boosting a barrier skill, we would get plus 2% max shields, and it would increase as we put in more points in the biotic tree. We would get plus 2% health and shield regeneration delay reduction, and we'd be getting barrier shield regeneration boosts. We could also get like a quick plus 10% max shields or plus 10% to shield regeneration delay reduction. Biotic link increases maximum strength of shields while biotic effect is active. No. Reduce weapon weight and improve speed while shields are active. So this would be useful to us. And basically it just seems like it's something to think about. We could get better shields and better health regen, and also even increased weapon carry capacity by boosting up the passive biotic tree. And still, I mean, would that be fair? Am I breaking the rules by giving, let's say, 9 points into the pull ability? Hey, Ryder's got to be capable of masturbation, right? No, but if we put 9 points into another biotic ability to open up the passive tree, we can never equip that biotic ability. So he's not using biotics, and we can increase a bunch of stuff, including, this is a handy one. Shields are restored after an enemy is killed by a biotic power. No. Automatically restores shields upon reaching low health on a cooldown. Basically, every 15 seconds, you get 100% shields if you drop to below 20% health. So that's just really damn useful. Now, the tech passives are boosting team shields, which includes the user, and we're getting team shield delay reduction. This is better for the overall team, but I feel like the initial boosts, like I feel like it would be a good use of our points to get into this biotic passive tree. And when I say a good use of our points, we're bearing in mind the fact that it's rare that we actually die in combat in this game. It has not been happening a lot. So by really focusing in on a couple of powers that we want to use, and constantly getting ourselves the best equipment that we can, we're doing fine. But I still feel like we should attempt to spend points in the most useful way possible until... I don't like the idea of getting to a point where all we're doing is throwing in points into Incinerate and Overload, because for every 10 points we invest, we get another 1% boost on some tree that we've already filled out. I like the fact that these things continue to grow even after you've filled them out. I like the idea that there are, I forget the term Diablo 2 used to use, where boosting one skill would passively help another. I like the fact that that's there, but I don't want to start relying on that. I want to be active, feel like I'm actively using the points that I'm spending. So anyway, I also went and I gave Cora a level 5 skill. I got her shield boost up to level 5. So now we've just got to get the 2 remaining level 6s for her. And now everybody except for... Liam's got 3 points waiting to spend, but nothing that he can get with only 3 points. And Jal and PB are both basically waiting to get their loyalty missions done so that we have things to spend points on. And there you have it. So, inventory-wise, we've got one of each weapon. We got lots of mods. We have enough inventory space, I believe. And if you look, I've been getting resources from minerals and stuff off screen. So I've got to the point now, like, we've got 115,000 credits, which may not be that much more than we had the last time I recorded, but anytime I feel like taking the time to sell all these fucking minerals, we'll be just completely rich. So the game's economy is broken now. Unless like a whole new tier of stuff to buy becomes available, there's nothing more for us to spend money on, really. Or in anything like the amounts of money we'd have to spend before we would run out of money. So, that being said, I've taken a few minutes to reacquaint you guys with where we are, but other than doing a Codex video, which I would have just wanted to jump right into doing the Codex, we got to pick a mission to do. We probably do need to do a Codex video, but at this point it's been so long, I feel like maybe we just do a big-ass Codex video, a couple of Codex videos near the end. But if we're on crisis response, a recent transmission between 2 scavengers discusses a recent ship crash. There might be survivors. That's just another little generic mission we could do on Aladdin. I kind of want to see... Hunting the Archon, no. Locate the Cat flagship, I'm not worried about that right now. Meet Drac at Crawla's Song. I thought we were done with your loyalty mission. On hold, wait for new intel on the Cat. Search for memory triggers. I suppose we could pick that back up. But yeah, I want to get back to these... we've only found one Ark. Unless I'm crazy. We found the Turian Ark. We never found the Solarian Ark, did we? No, we didn't find the Turian Ark. Sorry, we found the Asari Ark. We have not found any of the other Arks. So we need to find a lead on the Solarian Ark, and I'm thinking, like, we just haven't come across it, so hopefully it'll come up soon. But we want to contact Evictus via the Tempest Com. And we knew that we had that to do, and I just got away from it, was doing just rando work on Eldon's surface, but I feel like following up on this for a while. Maybe we can actually get somewhere. I've got time to record 4 videos, maybe, tonight. Maybe 5 if I feel like staying up late.
Bitcoin channels are ready, Pathfinder.
You're damn right they're ready. So let's call Avidus Rix, who is, I guess, the Who is he? Is he the leader of the militia on the Nexus? I think he is.
Ryder, I was just about to call you.
Everything all right?
That's been weeks,
I've
man.
got numbers, coordinates, flashing in my head. I think it's an SOS from Mason.
Flashing in your head?
It could be coming from your salmon plant.
He's sending me his location.
We did find evidence that Natanis may be intact.
What evidence?
A bunch of stasis pods were jettisoned from the Ark. No survivors. But the logs show it happened long after Natanis hit the Scourge.
Someone's still flying the damn thing.
Flying's a strong word. Boom. Don't get too excited. Yeah, I don't... Okay, this isn't the guy who's in charge of the militia. This is the guy who is hanging around by himself or with one other non-speaking Turian. He's basically a one-man Turian camp on the planet Havarti.
Scourge or not, colonists were ejected from the Ark.
There must be an explanation. Here are the coordinates for my implant. Meet me there. We'll find answers.
Try to find a microphone. Sorry. So now we're going to meet Invictus at the nav point. Not just ignoring him. Although that would be fun too. I mean, at this point I could divert back to doing rando missions on...
Hey, can I see you in the med bay?
Oh, Jesus, we're trying to... Fine. This is apparently not the med bay. This is like a research lab. Man, I miss Morden. We have the most, like, grim and humorless crew members. We have, like, Rip-Off Rex, the Krogan. We have, like, a Solarian is nowhere near as much fun as Morden. I don't know. The magic is... There's not a lot of magic in these characters, if you know what I'm saying. There's just... Like, I don't mind Cora. I figure we should probably have our male human shepherd romance a female human because I happen to be straight myself, but Cora's really not even as interesting as Ashley, who's a character who gets quite a bit of hate from some Mass Effect fans. So where the fuck is the med bay? I don't remember where the med bay is. I don't know where shit's at on this ship. Here we go. I kind of figured it was on this side, but... Data pad. You don't need no... Man, a few 100 years your junior, yeah, whatever. Oh, you almost bumped into me there. You asked me to come here.
I saw another memory that Dad locked away. The day my mom died.
I'm sorry, Ryder.
I'm sorry you saw that and that you know the horrible truth. Dad couldn't let her go. She's why Dad came here.
We each have our reasons for coming here.
Mine is
Mom
Blasto.
was his. Her death fueled him.
Filled him with rage.
Grief can be a powerful motivator.
If you can't run from it, use it. Guess that's what he did.
Okay,
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
you told me to come to the med bay. You told me to come here. Am I crazy? Was it not?
Feeling okay?
Was it not
I'll let you
Lexi?
get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
It was okay. So it was a female voice that I thought sounded like Lexi, and it said medbay. So I was like, "Oh, Lexi." Is there anybody on the map marked as being somehow important at this moment? No. Well, I mean, I've got it's pointing me to the galaxy map because that's what I crew info board. Anything lost and found? Hot patch gun. Yeah, that was old. I don't feel like talking to you guys. I'm pretty sure I talked to all of the crew members recently. I guess we've got leads on what the... I feel like dealing with this arc now, but we also, I believe, have what we need to get going on the two loyalty missions we haven't done. For Jaw, we can speak to Moshai on Aya, so hopefully that will not lead to on hold. I think that's actually it. And then for PB, go to Remnant Ruins on Eos. What is her deal anyway? She's a mischievous, zany character because her midriff is showing. You know, these games have been full of half-naked Asari. Usually it's the distraction boobs that you're supposed to be distracted by. Oh, you know what? Normally I would be all about getting that planet's viability up to 100%. It's too sweet, but yeah, let's get out of here for now. I'm not like sick to death of Aladdin, blah, 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 but it does seem like we could probably get something else going for a while. Oh, this is the system that had the planet where it's fun to go around scaring your squad mates into going Ryder while threatening to achieve escape velocity. This is a trip all the way across the cluster here, actually. Have we actually, man, we've only examined half of the cluster. We got entire systems we've never visited. I feel like we're actually could kind of get to the end game whenever we feel like it. Like we are at the point where we're stalling around not wanting to finish the game. But maybe I'm wrong. We have only explored about half of the planets. Alright, let's get back to it. So, well, this is actually the Ark right here, Ark Natanus. Okay. Guess we found it.
Provided by Abatus.
It crashed into the Scourge, and that's the thing. I guess I saved my game before we started all this nonsense, because we might have another horrible moral choice to make that will have a huge impact on the sequel, which may never be made. Ravenheight's thinking it's not going to be made, and he might be right. EA doesn't really like to spend money making games that are only going to make millions, and not tens of millions or whatever.
The Turian Ark. It's seen better days.
Incoming call.
Pathfinder, I think we're on the right track.
I just had to
No
cough.
kidding. Is it safe to board?
Only one way to find out. I'll meet you inside.
So how did he get here? Yeah, whatever. So Tempest sensors show severe damage to all sections of the Turian Ark from exposure to the Scourge. Due to hull instability, moving the Natanus would be ill-advised, but it should be safe for a recovery team to extract the remaining stasis pods. And I assume that this makes us and the Turians cool once and for all. Sorry, sir. I think I'm going to go back to on our next round of Woppets. I think I'll go back to the Krogan Hammer. It's a lot easier for me to figure out how that's meant to work. You know, I've been researching all these different armor types and stuff, but I'm still using the deep space exploration stuff with its experience boost until we actually get in some trouble. I guess we'll bring Vetra with us to help rescue the Turians. And you know what? Let's bring in a little human representation as well. Sisters be doing it for themselves. And who cares about the nomads? So, and this mission, certainly, it's not important. Bring.
Limited power. Life support's busted. Surprised there's any gravity at all.
Are you okay? So it had a hell of a journey.
Looks like it barreled its way through the Scourge by force.
HO-47C. It was supposed to be the Turian homeworld in Helios.
Like Habitat 7.
Whoever was piloting the Ark wanted to get here, no matter the cost.
Like ejecting stasis pods? They were following the plan. No.
Even if that meant jettisoning entire sections of the Ark.
It doesn't make sense. Come on. Speculating won't get us anywhere.
Let's have cool helmets. So I wonder what kind of monsters we'll be fighting in this mission.
Part of the Ark survived.
Looks can be deceiving, Pathfinder. The hull is barely holding together.
Thanks, Sid.
Little Mirror Sunshine. Why are we finding Solarian magnifiers?
Always a ray of sunshine.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Oh, fine. Fucking, I'll scan, whatever. Why don't you just scan yourself? You jerk. Andromeda initiative thing. It's interesting how they set up the idea of these arcs, and then you end up having every other arc is going to be at some point a wrecked level for you to explore.
Hey, this door's still got power.
I wouldn't open that, Pathfinder. It leads to space. Perhaps you could divert the power to a different door.
Shut up, I want to open it. Whee! Alright. Maybe this whole mission won't have any combat. Are we really diverting power, or are we just hopping around? Well, actually, I don't get to hop around here. I don't get my jump
Power
jets.
has been diverted, Pathfinder.
I just touched the one thing in the room I can interact with. This is not puzzle solving, modern game programmers. If Roberta Williams doesn't pop up and tell me I should have watched my step when I die, it's not a puzzle. H07C. Full report attached. Barnewham's going to put Palvin to shame. What I tell you about sending me science crap, unless it's got charts and pictures, it's all gibberish to me. Donald Trump. I mean, Dia. P.S. You and Rick's up for drinks after the goodbye party. I've got a special bottle of Horosk I don't want just anyone sampling. Now with more charts and pictures. As for drinks, we'll be there. You know how much Avi loves his Horosk. Oh, see, they thought they were going to go to have a great planet, but they went to a shithole. Oh, the irony. That's what irony is, right? Maverick Deadeye armor. How would this have gotten onto the Turian ship? I wish we could figure out how to build some of the stuff like Deadeye armor, because then I could give it special augments. A dead plant. Analysis. This plant has been neglected. You see, I got quite a few research points, too. Might have to just, like, buy everything in the game just to have done it. Or research everything, rather, which is essentially buying.
This one's still got juice.
You like the juice? The juice. She's a good. I give you more juice. Just confirmation, with the exception of the leadership and life support teams, all passengers have entered cryostasis and are sleeping soundly. Chicana's on her way up. Now you can oversee the closure of your pods. If you haven't changed your uniforms, do so now that we have hit our departure time. Once everyone is asleep, I will do one final round and join you in the abyss. No one tried to jump ship. Don't know if I'm impressed or nervous. Everyone's that confident in the mission. Don't stay up too late, Rick, so you'll be an old man by the time we reach Helios. Chicana said I was fine if I oversaw my pod closure. I know I said I wouldn't go against procedure, but I want your face to be the last thing I see in the Milky Way. You can scold me when I enter cryo. Aw, they're in love.
Looks pretty busted. Think your Sam can get us in?
I'm more than my Sam. Let's give it a shot.
Only one way to find out.
I found a log from Dea.
That's what he said about getting on the ship.
The video is corrupt, but I can recover the audio.
Play it.
Something's tearing the Tannis apart. Half the cryo chamber is gone.
Wait, he
Trying
can
to get
hear our
anyone
Sam?
awake to the escape pods. Spirits, there's no time. Find Mason.
Mason Reese. She mentioned escape pods.
Dea was abandoning ship.
She wouldn't leave unless the situation was dire. The Tannis
It was pretty dire.
We need to know what happened next.
The rest of the data on this console is corrupt. Perhaps if we find another. Or the Ark's sound node.
Alright, let's keep looking.
I don't know if we'll like what we find. Is this going to be another, like, oh, the hero everyone thought was so awesome failed us kind of moment? Whatever. Hey, look, this door's magically openable now that we did that plot thing. Now, in this case, I'm pretty sure there wasn't anything going on with we powered up the door. It just won't open until we do the plot thing.
This one also needs power.
Maybe we can use the same trick as last time? Divert power from something else?
Oh, you think? I lost power! I lost power! Let's divert power from this one without seeing if this is the way to go first.
Well, we're not going that way.
Debris. Ah! Well, wait, what did... You just jumped through the ceiling? That was impressive. How come I don't get to do that? I can't even... I can't pull my gun. I'm not in, like, action mode here. I'm in... What? What am I missing? Oh, spare us, game. What the fuck do you want me to scan so we can continue? Do we have to somehow close this door behind us and use its power? No. Well, this wasn't here before. I guess we use it now.
The door should now be operational, Pathfinder.
Deviation from flight plan, however, is unacceptable. I don't know why I said that, but I did. What awaits us beyond this exciting? Oh, it just said discovered something. Atrium. What awaits us in the atrium? Well, it might be just a titch early, but I think I'm going to call it a video, and we'll find out next time. When we come back, folks, we'll explore the atrium of the Turian Ark. I'm the MysteriousJG. I want to thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more of Mass Effect Andromeda. Enjoy the series of Mass Effect Andromeda while you can. It might be a one-shot thing. Bye-bye.